quality folks, man, and just excited to be over here for the first of several locations or remotes that we're going to do here at Las Palmas Mexican Restaurant. We're one day late this time, Charlie.
Yeah.
Happy hours all day on Wednesday.
All day on Wednesday.
All day on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get that straight next time.
Wednesday
we'll
sounds
get
like
a Wednesday
good day.
stop. Yes.
And the kids eat free on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
So
there you go, Charlie.
okay,
There you go.
Learning the lingo.
Uh-huh.
Pretty
Well, we are here for the lunch specials though. That start at just $10.95. So 18 different lunch specials served Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Huge weekend of college and pro football. But can I just start with something that was historic yesterday in baseball that relates to LSU? When I go spend
Paul Skenes.
Paul Skenes. I got to talk about
this.
this.
You see Livy getting excited when he came off the mound in the sixth?
Did you? Yeah, and did you
with
see
a Miller Lite in their hands? You fire! Yeah.
And did you see him? And if I didn't know him, his mannerisms from his time here, and haven't watched him, I might not have noticed it. But did you see? He got the last strikeout. He must have known he was coming out of the game.
Oh yeah.
And he just he looked around, just kind of soaking it in like. You ever had a long, hard day and okay, I did my job well today? It was kind of like he was looking around like, yeah, okay, this is how I want to operate. This is what I'm doing. The Pirates season hasn't been good, but he's been exceptional. I don't know. I might not have noticed it otherwise, but he's just kind of soaking it in going, yeah, okay, I did my job.
That's kind of him. I saw him in the dugout interacting with folks, and when he's shaking hands and everything,
Yeah.
you know he's done. This is sort of routine for the Pirates at this point. He's got plenty enough stuff to continue. He's going to finish right. Well, he did finish right under 200 innings, 192, 193, something like that. So I did not miss a start. They did not overextend him. I think he went at a little stretch for about 4 or 5 games earlier in the season right at 100 pitches a game, but once they were out of it, it's been more like 75 or 80. I don't know how many. That's probably how many he threw last night, about 75 or 80. But the interaction,
85,
the interaction in the 3 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, I think. His strikeout to walk ratio, it's been like 50 to 4 over the last 5 starts or so. And he just put the finishing touches on the Cy Young. He knows he's getting it. Now, he left the game when it was 2-0, I believe. Maybe 1-0, but it was 1-0 or 2-0. They did go up 2-0. Reds cut it to 2-1 in the 9th. I think it was 1 out. They hit a solo shot to tie the game, so he gets a no decision. He finishes 10-10 on the year, and you win-loss record as a starting pitcher. I don't know how a win-loss record for a starting quarterback is any less of a tale, but thank goodness that they started this with DeGrom, and it's got a very similar feel to that DeGrom Cy Young year, where I think he finished 500. He may have been 9-11.
I want to say 10-9, 11-10.
It's right.
Yeah,
it's right at it. So he's a lock. He wins it, and man, he started 2 All-Star games already. Rookie of the Year, Cy Young the next. They didn't really show her all game, but when he was coming out, they sure because it was a Reds broadcast. But they showed she was fired up, watching from the suite as he came off the mound in the 6th inning.
How hard was it for him to get wins, Jimmy? If we're going to talk about wins for just a second, I know it's
just as hard as DeGrom to get wins his year he won it.
Yeah. In his 10 wins this season, how many earned runs, did Paul Skenes give up? 10 games, 10 wins. How many earned runs did he give up?
DeGrom was 10-9.
He was 10-9. Okay.
10-9.
Yeah. One game over. All right. So in Paul Skenes' 10 wins this season, how many earned runs do you think he gave up?
In the 10 games, probably 5 or 6.
two. Two. The guy gave up
Well,
two earned runs in 10 starts in which he got
how
the
many how many
win.
how many strikeouts did he finish with?
216,
So
which
by comparison,
tied for third in the league
so by
in all of Major League Baseball, not just the National League.
uh, would he finish in NL? I mean, because it's a National League award.
Strikeouts in the National League. Well, it was Screwball and
He's an American.
yeah, and the Red Sox pitcher helped me
Oh,
out.
yeah, Grossier.
Yeah, those were the
Motion
two. Those
Springs.
were the two guys who were in front of him. So
Okay,
he's
so the most in the
yeah, in the
National League.
League.
Um, 2018 Degrom was 10-9 compared to 10-10 last year. I mean, for this year for Skenes. Skenes started just over a 2.0, so he lowered his ERA under 2. I think he's the first pitcher in Pirates history to, with this many starts, to finish under 2 ERA. By comparison, was it 1.95, something like that now?
First pitcher in Pirates history to do it. The first pitcher in baseball to do it, period, since Verlander did it in 2022. And here's the one that gets me. The youngest pitcher, 23 or younger, with a sub-2 ERA since 1985, when it was Dwight Gooden, who had, in my opinion, one of the top 4 or 5 seasons for a starting pitcher ever as a 20-year-old, had an ERA of a buck 53 in 1985. So this is historic from that standpoint. When you can do something that hasn't been done in 40 years in Major League Baseball,
Well,
you
DeGrom
really.
had a better ERA.
No, I'm talking about the youth. Degrom went
yeah,
23 when he did that.
correct,
Yeah.
correct. Um, he had a 1.7 that year, but that was a critical year that that shaped the voters, because win-loss record was a big deal. It was a big deal for Cy Young. It was mostly how many wins you got, and then they went into the secondary. But when he had 18, it was 18 or 16 starts where he either got 1 or 0 runs support.
Yeah.
I mean, how you explain? So it was a key point, a turning point. Had DeGrom had his 2018 season 20 years prior, he might not have won it. Probably did. Probably wouldn't have.
Oh, and I'm going to cite my Nolan Ryan season again when he led the league in ERA and strikeouts at the age of 40 or 41, and was 8-16 for the Astros.
And he didn't win it.
No, no, he didn't win it.
ERA and strikeouts.
And strikeouts at either 40 or 41.
That's
You know?
DeGrom. I mean that's Skenes here, and that was DeGrom in 2018 too.
Yeah.
Led major league leading ERA, strikeouts at 2. Let me see if he had a better ERA than Scooble. I think Scooble may have beaten him on that. No, actually I don't think so. By the way, they lose again last night. Guardians now
Yeah.
1-run lead.
While you're looking that up, let me throw you a couple more stats. Since you asked about the ERA and the WHIP for the Pirates' history, you got to go back over 100 years, which obviously this is not the same era, to find better numbers than that. So we're talking about modern era numbers.
So
for him.
low, under 1 WHIP.
Yeah,
He
they had
finishes
they had a guy in 1919 that went under that. So modern era.
No,
and-
Scooble finished with a 2.2 ERA, 2.21. So Skenes had a better ERA. The WHIP was .89. Is .89 for Scooble. Crozier, a day after Labor Day, he gave up 7 earned runs to Cleveland. So that's probably where he lost it. I mean, he finished strong last night, got the win. It was a pick on Otterlocks last night. Good night last night, by the way. So that was a Cincinnati win. I picked against Skenes last night because I didn't think they were going to throw him as the longest Hunter Green, and they didn't.
Yeah.
But the Reds lose another close one in extra innings. If you had the under 6.5, that's a bad one. 2-1 in the 9th inning, 2-2. They both scored 1 in the 10th. 4-3 final. So thanks for shopping.
He ended up throwing 187 and 2/3 innings. Last year he threw 133, and when he did talk in the post game, he's not a.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He's not a look at me guy, but I didn't see it. I read it. He said, "I'm." He said, "I made all my starts. That's pretty cool. It's a product of doing what you're supposed to do and making your pitches throughout the year." So they. At times, Jimmy, it's been painstakingly. Slow is the wrong word, but incremental advancement of his workload since he was drafted. Really, they started him in single A. They could have easily started him in double A. He spent 5 weeks at triple A the following season. He could have started the season with the Pirates that season very, very easily. For a while there, he was stuck on 90 pitches or so. Is like let him go, or 6 innings, and that was it. And they still were very careful with him. I don't think that they've ever. You're seeing the fruits of that now, and it even frustrated me. It's like, man, the guy's got a no hitter going through 6 innings. Let him go. No, they're going to be painstakingly careful with him, and I understand why he's such a valuable asset. But it paid off. He has had no arm problems this year. He makes all 32 starts. So
the most. The amount he threw in that 2023 2-0 11-inning game in Omaha is probably going to be the most he throws.
What did he throw? 130 pitches that day?
120.
120.
120.
It's
82 strikes and 120 pitches.
It's difficult for me to see him throw that many pitches in a non-playoff game, and the Pirates are nowhere near the playoffs. So maybe in a postseason game. Something like that, but in a regular season game, I'd be shocked.
Louder, who's pitching for the Reds now, threw 88 for Wake Forest.
I remember sitting in the stands watching that game, watching the pitch count, and Skenes got up probably in the second inning about 12 or so pitches ahead of him, more than him, and it was like 2-3 pitches an inning that he was expanding, and he still ended up going longer.
He went one more inning.
Yeah, he went
Louder
longer
went 7, Skenes went 8.
Yeah.
And
had to throw a lot more pitches.
32 more.
Had to throw a lot more pitches to do it. He's going to win the Cy Young. He'll be the first major award winner to come from LSU, either Cy Young, MVP.
Well, Joey Bell should have won the
Albert
MVP.
Bell should have definitely won the MVP of the year. He hit 52 homers and 50 doubles, but he didn't. So, and DJ LeMahieu's won a pair of batting titles.
Pretty damn good.
All-Stars, yeah. And Chad Ogier would have been the MVP of the 1997
yeah, and that's
World
a series, and that would have been a big deal. But this is
the biggest. This is the biggest.
Those batting titles are pretty big, but this is bigger. But
and LeMahieu won a batting title in each league, which is really impressive to me. Now, one of them was in the COVID season. It was a 2-month season, so I mean, if we're going to be accurate,
I forgot that. Which one was Colorado?
The other one, the other one. So.
So the non-Coors Field one was during COVID.
Yeah, it was during COVID. So, hey.
Okay. Well, no, that's it. That's
part
of it. I know, but that's part.
But you have to admit.
But it doesn't count as. It doesn't weigh as much as a full season.
No,
yeah,
of course not.
Right.
It doesn't.
Right.
Excited to be here at Las Palmas.
Man, we are excited to be here at Las Palmas as well. We are on Airline Highway in Gonzales. It's right kind of as you get to the Prairieville Gonzales line. So beautiful, beautiful facility over here at Las Palmas. Very family friendly. Very family friendly. Come on by and see us today if you're in the area. We got lunch specials serving from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can do the 1 taco, 1 enchilada, quesadillas, 2 tamales and an enchilada, beef or chicken tostada, chalupa, the beef or chicken burritos, taco salad, 3 tamales, 2 tacos, enchiladas, chimichanga. We've got 18 different lunch specials, including brisket tacos as well, fish tacos if you want. We have a light bite, 2 soft wheat tacos, filled with your choice of fajita chicken, fajita beef, or shrimp. Sauteed with pico de gallo, served with grilled vegetables and guacamole. So all kinds of stuff. So Tex-Mex specialties, different combination plates for dinner, grilled favorites, like everything from a Angus burger to ribeye steak to carne asada, grilled seafood as well, tuna, tilapia, shrimp, salmon, and redfish, burritos and chimichangas. A little bit of everything over here at Las Palmas. They've been doing it for quite some time. The margaritas, we use a really good tequila in our house margaritas, and house margaritas are half price, regular or large, every day, Monday through Friday for happy hour, 3 to 6 p.m. And should have been here yesterday, I guess, huh? Happy hours Wednesday. Happy hour is all day. And kids eat free every Tuesday. A little bit of something for everybody, and it's just a nice size restaurant. Outdoor patios on it. Great, plenty of room at the bar and watch the games and stuff. So, and always very, very solid service over here from the folks here at Las Palmas.
Live at Las Palmas, live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch. you know what you would do if you were in a car wreck? It's easy to panic when you or someone you care about is hurt in an accident. Who will pay the medical bills? Who will pay the car repair? Who will deal with the insurance companies for you? Protect your rights. You need someone you can trust. Call the law offices of O.C. Brown at 343-1111. The law offices of O.C. Brown will handle everything for you. 343-1111 or online at ocbrown.com. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime. When it comes to celebrating life, there's no better place than Ruffino's. With locations in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Ruffino's is a steak, seafood, and Italian-inspired restaurant that focuses on the celebration of life, regardless of the occasion. Whether it's the food they serve or the service they provide, their goal is to ensure a remarkable experience for their guests that is always remembered. To view our menu, visit ruffinosrestaurant.com. Ruffino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
Now, everybody's been to Louis Cafe by campus. Heck, it's been around since over 80 years now. We're still doing delicious omelets like the Mitchell, cheesy grits, Big Cheesy Lou, and those Louis' original Cajun hash browns. We now offer a pickup window. Just call in your order at 346-8221. Give us 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll have it ready for you. Our hours are now 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 7 days a week. So next time you visit campus, make it a point to stop by and visit an old friend. Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta. Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources, we'll help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine. The Grand Bayou Casino, conveniently located off I-10 at exit 139 in Grostead, offers the latest video poker machines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Got a great staff at the Grand Bayou Casino. Our inviting staff will greet you with complimentary coffee and sodas as you enjoy listening to the curated tunes in our comfortable seating. Make the trip to Grand Bayou Casino, where players are welcome. The Grand Bayou Casino, I-10 at the Grostead exit. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. The Grand Bayou Casino.
Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference, all in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net. The Chuck Oliver Show. Weeknights at 6 on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny, live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
Also last night, the big dumper hit a pair of dingers last night. Give him 60 on the year. It's pretty rare. Three guys that did it that didn't have the asterisk by them, and three guys that did. Ruth, Maris, and Aaron Judge 3 years ago. And, of course, McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds all did it, but with the PED stuff hanging over their heads. So, a catcher to hit 60 home runs is not something I've ever thought I would see.
A switch-hitting Gold Glove catcher.
Never thought I would see that. So, there's some cool stuff.
Because I thought a lot of those Gold Gloves were he had 7. Barry Bonds is not that good of an outfielder. especially once he started becoming a slugger. But I mean, he was a tools player. That's what the sad part of him. I mean, I love a guy that can do every hit for average, hit for power, field your position, run. 40-40 guys. Those 40-40 guys. I mean, they can't. And then he just became a slugger, and that's it. Became Babe Ruth, and that was it. And it just so made him less special. But big dumper both sides, man. He's dumping for both sides of the plate, Charlie.
He's
on. They are loving it. Seattle's got a chance to be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, they do. They're 1 game back, I think, with 4 to play.
Yes,
It's 1 game back.
yes.
And the Mariners are the only team that has never made the World Series in Major League Baseball. So
you remember who beat them that year? Did they set the record? They won like 118,
116,
116
I think, in 2001. The Yankees, right? The Yankees went to the World Series that year out of the American League.
I know, but
who beat them?
Indians.
The Indians. No, I didn't.
CC had a big game against them.
Yeah, okay, now it's coming back to me.
And then the Indians lost to the Yankees.
Coming back to me now. All right, let's move on to football. The LSU Ole Miss line, kind of holding there. Ole Miss -1. You said yesterday you like LSU
Yes.
in this game. You want to expound a little bit? We got a minute here on why.
Both teams, strength against strength, weakness against weakness. But I think that LSU's weakness I see more potential to improve with LSU's offense. And it started with last week. No, I don't care if you score 100 against SLU. It started with Nussmeier's health. Did he throw the ball with zip? Did he throw it? Did he move pretty good? Everything. There's no sign of any type of injury with him. And so I think there was a nice sort of tune-up to push the ball vertically. I mean, use his arm, man. And how much was the injury? How much is the excuse? How much was poor decision? I don't know. But there's nothing. I can see him physically push the ball downfield. I could see the plays coming in with an emphasis maybe to look to throw the ball downfield. So all of that. The running game with your best running back, a suffering running game with your best running back might be out for this one. That's not good. Good thing is Ole Miss hadn't stopped anybody running the ball. And I think that LSU's defense will get some stops. Ole Miss will score some points, but they will get some stops. And I think that LSU's got it. I mean, it's just a little bit wider advantage if Nussmeier, we're not looking for him to just they can against this Ole Miss defense. They should have a big day. They should score points. They should move the ball. They should have explosive plays. And I think LSU, real simple, LSU's defense has a better chance against stops than Ole Miss defense against a passing game that should be much more affluent than it's been for most of the year.
And I'm gonna pinpoint 3 guys that I think are going to be really important. By the way, I don't disagree with really any of that.
I also one more thing, if Kiffin wants to go tempo in this game, and he may do that a little bit, fine with me. LSU's got. I know their depth is better.
Yes, and I think I said at the beginning of the season. I really believe it now. A pass rush in the fourth quarter. You got fresh legs up there. I think that you're going to really see that start to wear in the fourth quarter. At least
Charlie, what's the path last night?
The path? You like it?
It's good.
Yeah.
That helps that you have a good team. You have a good season.
Right. It's
okay.
When you're 1-3, the path isn't very fun.
But it's cool. It's just well done. I enjoyed it.
They have done so many creative things with that series.
So how you like with the matchup? I mean, as good as Chambliss is, he misses some still right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of new pieces. He misses some throws every now and then, but he's so much better than Simmons for sure.
Yeah. The 3 players I'm looking at for LSU that I think are going to
Tredez's going to be back?
Tredez is going to be back. Yeah. He's going to play. He's not one of the guys I'm thinking of, although he could very well play a big role in this thing. Juwan Johnson, Xavier Thomas, and Harlem Berry I think are going to be the LSU run game this week. I would be surprised at this point if Caden Durham had a big impact in this game. Now, maybe he went to practice yesterday and he looks great. I don't know. But he does look a little tentative. He does an ankle injury with the way he has hit some holes and looked at some, looked in some of these runs would explain a lot. And I think if you give him this week off and then you get the bye week, you have a real good chance of getting him back to full go. Watching him this year and watching him last year, I think there's been, especially since after the Clemson game, he looks like he's hurting a little bit. Let's see if he's great, good. But if he's not, Juwan Johnson, who I thought showed a little bit of a spark, and Xavier Thomas, who's been, even as a wide receiver, a part of this run game. He's got 10 carries on the season, and he's averaging 8.5 yards per. And then Harlem Berry, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday. I think they have to have him in the game to run the football just a little bit, but they also have to have him in the game at times where he doesn't touch the football, and don't put him in a position where he is expected to take on anybody one-on-one. I mean, if he's got to pick up a blitz,
somebody's got to pass protect in that group, and it's not going to be Thomas.
So make sure that when he has got some kind of pass protection responsibilities, it's chipping with a tight end or some help. Get him something that he's comfortable with.
Oh, I got you. Combination.
Yeah,
okay.
Give him a little bit of help. Don't put him out there on an island somewhere. And if you do that, then these three guys end up being the LSU run game on Saturday. And if they can do that against this bad Ole Miss rush defense, then that's going to make all the difference in the world.
Don't forget our friends at Legacy Title. Chad Reynolds, Legacy Title for all of your real estate closings, 296-0060. Full-service title company servicing all of South Louisiana. Ashley Donald, Mariana Haynes, Adrian Galata, Michael Platt, Natalie and Bradford Smith. Buying, building, refinancing. Nobody choose but you. Choose Chad Reynolds and Legacy Title. Lunch specials over here at Las Palmas. Again, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Starting as low as $10.99. 18 different lunch specials, including fish tacos, brisket tacos, lunch fajitas, combinations, all kinds of good stuff over here at Las Palmas. One of 4 locations in Baton Rouge. We're at the Airline Highway location in Gonzales.
Live at Las Palmas, live at lunch. Colucci's next on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snow Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snow's has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, gumbo, homemade soup, salad, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snow's Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales. By now you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with a sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. You can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
The Grand Bayou Casino, conveniently located off I-10 at exit 139 in Gross-Ted, offers the latest video poker machines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Got a great staff at the Grand Bayou Casino. Our inviting staff will greet you with complimentary coffee and sodas as you enjoy listening to the curated tunes in our comfortable seating. Make the trip to Grand Bayou Casino, where players are welcome. The Grand Bayou Casino, I-10 at the Gross-Ted exit. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-877-770-STOP. The Grand Bayou Casino.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snow Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snow's has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, gumbo, homemade soup, salad, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snow's Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales. By now you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with a sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy.
spicy, you can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Doe's Eat Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
This hour of Live at Lunch with Ott and Hanny is brought to you by Dana Brown at the law offices of O.C. Brown, 343-1111, and ocbrown.com. Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs, 925-8710. Supreme Rice, grown, milled, processed in Louisiana since 1936. United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments on Jefferson Highway, 928-8659. Total Maintenance, your one-stop shop for AC, electrical, generators, and plumbing. Service today, every day for Total Maintenance and Coastal Capital Advisors. Markets evolve. We adapt.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at 1045 ESPN and on Instagram at ESPN 1045. For a look behind the scenes, highlights from our shows, the chance to participate in exclusive contests, and more with 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. It's time. It's now Colucci time. Dwayne Colucci is back to give his best picks on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live here at Las Palmas, live at lunch, live at Las Palmas, one of 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. We're here at Airline Highway in Gonzales. Of course, Wax Road in Central, Highland Road near I-10, right down the street from Rufino's, and Dutchtown on Oak Plaza Drive. So we go out to Las Vegas, talk to our buddy Colucci. Colucci, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Jimmy Ott. What's going on in Baton Rouge?
Well, we just getting ready for a big game against the Ole Miss Rebels. And on yes. Now I'm asking for a friend, but so when Dak throws the interception to kind of seals the game, they were kind of way behind anyway, and the camera goes to the suite and shows Jerry, and he's like, he's a little upset, you know. What's going through your mind when they show that shot of Jerry, like he's a little surprised, like, damn, like he was just, you know, thought that they were going to win or something, huh?
Geez. It's hard to describe. Tell you that. It's just, you know what it is? It's like I'm at a loss for words because we've been showing the same thing for 30 years now.
Right,
so,
right.
You know, it gets somewhat repetition. A little banged up now, don't get me wrong. You know, secondary's banged up. CD's banged up, but still no excuses. I mean, the only team we beat is the Giants, and like I said, we beat at a 20, but, you know, maybe 12, 15 in a row. So, you know, it gets to the point where this guy, that's the whole point. It's just he just can't let it go, but yet it's a losing tradition. What the franchise presented.
Let's reconnect with him.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan, let's call Colucci back. I can hear him that he dropped right there, so we'll get him right back on. Of course, we want to ask him also the reaction to the big one.
Mike is coming home.
No, but Philadelphia blocked who could score.
Oh yeah.
You know what kind of reaction?
I thought you were still in the Cowboys team. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. That's a survivor consideration for a road team.
Packers
against no CD Lamb and the secondary still banged up.
They're nearly a
coming
touchdown
off of
favorite.
a loss.
Yeah, I expect.
But they won't be. They will be over a touchdown when we're doing the show on Sunday morning.
6.5 right now. Yeah.
Oh, I'll be shocked. Don't forget our friends over at United Community Bank, the local way to bank big. With locations from Baton Rouge to Golden Meadow, we've been serving the people of southern Louisiana for over 50 years, including their newest branch at Burbank and Bluebonnet. United Community Bank, our great team of bankers at United Community Bank, including the main guy, my buddy, Mr. Prentice Wilkes, and all of our friends at United Community Bank. So, Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, David Henry, United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. I'm sorry, Colucci, we got a much better connection now. You kind of going.
Can't hear you guys at all.
Okay, we can hear you loud and clear now. We got a good. Can he hear us? Colucci, can you hear me? No. So, Let us know if you can hear us.
I don't know why you can't hear y'all.
Okay. Well,
Totally broken up, Jimmy.
okay. All right. Well, we wanted to hear your reaction
I'm
when.
gonna try and get him back on.
Okay. We'll try again. Let's do
Can you
this.
imagine this.
Take a commercial break.
Okay.
Take a commercial break. Get it out the way so we're not jammed up for the last one. Live at Las Palmas. Live at lunch. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Text Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Need more space? Workbox LLC has the storage solutions you can count on. Whether you're a homeowner, commercial contractor, or industrial business, we have the space for you. Our secure, versatile storage units are ready to meet your needs. Contractors, keep your site organized and efficient. Store your materials with us and access them anytime you need. Businesses, industries of any size, Workbox LLC is your trusted partner for flexible, safe storage. Workbox 343-4886 and workboxllc.com. Baton Rouge, get ready for a fiesta of flavor. Whether you're craving sizzling fajitas, cheesy enchiladas, or the best margaritas in town, Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill have you covered. Bring the family, bring your friends, and bring your appetite. From fresh guacamole to mouth-watering tacos that hit just right, it's not just a dinner, it's a celebration. So why wait? Tonight, make it Las Palmas or make it Rio Cantina, two local favorites serving up authentic Mexican taste right here in Baton Rouge. Las Palmas Mexican Grill and Rio Cantina Mexican Grill, where every night's a fiesta.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
A timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air. Find our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. For direct links, visit 1045ESPN.com. Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference. All in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net.
Running a business can be difficult enough without the right relationship with your bank. With United Community Bank's local business bankers, you're not just a number, you're a partner. Contact Heath Meir, Nicole Glover, Hunter Creed, David Campbell, or David Henry to discuss how we can help your business today.
Yes.
Is he back? Can he hear?
I mean, he's back. He said he couldn't hear. I mean, he's on. He said it has to be something with us. I doubt it, but.
Okay, let's just do it. Okay. This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors. When it comes to retirement, no two situations are alike, so Coastal Capital Advisors will tailor a plan for your family's needs, no matter your age or your financial situation. The bottom line is Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you and build a lifetime relationship. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Age Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny. Live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
On 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's try and connect again. Try it again. Kaluj, you there?
I hope I'm there.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Good.
Yes, now I can hear you much
There
better.
we go. There we go.
Broken up just before.
Okay. I'm
But
sorry.
going back to Jer, the good old boy.
Uh-huh.
It's stale, like we said. 30 years in a row, no changes, guys. Just the same repetition. And it's getting tiresome now as a Cowboy fan when, you just have an owner that pisses off superstars. Yeah, he pays certain ones, but is he paying the right one? Is that Dak Prescott a $60 million quarterback? I mean, then you just let Micah walk. And this is what was expected. I was not pulling any punches when I told you guys this team would be horrible this season. And it's just going to continue on. I mean, the injuries are piling up. The offense is, somewhat solid, but Dak is going to throw, like you said, an interception occasionally. And, Jerry expecting him to be perfect and the reincarnate of, Troy Aikman, it's impossible without the weapons and without the offensive line. The defense is just horrible. I mean, you saw I tweeted out that they couldn't stop an offense like Bishop Gorman, which is the top high school here in Las Vegas. I mean, it's just, you see it playing out on the field. And when Caleb Williams is having a game like that and just shredding you, you have to sit back and, did you make the right coaching decisions? I mean, I don't think McCarthy was the problem. I think it's just the atmosphere and what Jerry brings to the table, the rosters he tries to create at this stage of his career. It's just failing, and it's going to continue to fail as long as he's a hands-on owner.
Charlie brought up that stat when we were talking about Parsons and should they sign him or not. And then when they didn't, he's traded to Green Bay. With him in the lineup, they were number 1 yards per play.
DVOA, yeah, they were number
one defense, and without him, number 32.
Yeah.
Yards per play defense, opponent's yards per play. Dallas is 31st, Chicago. And I can never remember, and this is a tough one now, when a guy throws for 450 yards, and he's benched after the next game. That's the one. I mean, Russell Wilson torched you like that, and I know the DB was out, the cornerback. I forget his name. You know his name, but he's a good back too. He's a good defensive back, but still, 451 week, you benched after the next game. So that's the one that, like, how bad are they? I mean, Survivor. I don't take visiting teams, Kaluch, but this Green Bay, I got to consider them here. Parsons coming back?
Well, if you didn't use them last week, that's the whole thing. Let's, Dallas has gone awful, and Green Bay is going to win this game, but Green Bay is not good. Do not kid yourself. The first 2 weeks in the NFL mean nothing, and I always tell people that. And you saw Matt LaFleur get totally exposed. Now, Cleveland has a great defense. Don't ever kid yourself. But when Joe Flacco, at his age, throwing for about under 200 yards, is beating you, you also have to make some changes. And also, let's keep in mind, Micah Parsons had 2 tackles in that game. I think he had 1.5 quarterback hits or whatever you want to call that. But so far, they're not utilizing Parsons' skill set, and they're now showing holes in their game. So this is a must-win for Green Bay. Dallas is also a must-win, but what does that mean at this stage of the game? I mean, Dallas just doesn't have the roster to compete with Green Bay. But do not get crazy with Green Bay. A lot of people lost with them in the Survivor last week, Jimmy, so keep that in mind. These Survivor contests, this is why it's just luck of the draw, and it's a crapshoot. If you get lucky, you're going to go all the way. You're facing off. Let me tell you, Jimmy, it's not funny because you're facing off against 18,000 other contestants. I mean, who's going to enter a contest like that based on the luck of the draw? And that's the way I feel it is with these Survivor contests. So we'll see how it plays out.
Coach, we got an unusual situation this week with our local team, the Saints, in that you got a better than a 2-touchdown underdog in the NFL, which is not common. This is the biggest underdog situation for the Saints since 1985. Now, here's what I forgot about that game, Jimmy. This is against the Montana Niners. They were a 16-point underdog. The Saints actually won that game, which I had forgotten. But
what year?
1985. This was one of the Montana teams. Kaluch, when you get an underdog that is this significant, I mean, probably the worst team in the league in the Saints, or one of the 2 worst against one of the 2 best on the road, man, how do you manage that, and what kind of action do you see when the spread's up 15.5, 16?
Yeah, you see a lot of one-way action, Charlie, especially on parlays and teasers. That's what you're definitely starting to see. It's just every teaser has the Buffalo Bills on there. And Buffalo is quite a good team. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. We haven't seen movement in the line because it's set so high, Charlie, at 16.5. But we're seeing a ton of money line teasers and parlays on the Buffalo Bills, and rightfully so. I mean, like you said, the Saints are just as bad as the Cowboys, if not worse. 0-3, you're going on the road into that treacherous Buffalo atmosphere. Buffalo really just wants to keep this going because they want to have home field throughout, and they definitely have a team that is capable of having, home field throughout. So Buffalo, they got that big win against Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore is still a solid team. Look at what Lamar Jackson is doing despite them having a 1-2 record. And it's going to be shocking to see either the Chiefs or the Ravens finish out that game at 1-3. So, Buffalo is definitely the team in the AFC. They're the king of the hill right now. And I wouldn't really risk them if we're talking Survivor, getting back to Jimmy's favorite, contest. But I wouldn't waste them this week. There's definitely several other better opportunities I would look around, but they're a lock this week.
Yeah, it was an LSU boy who intercepted that Jordan Love pass and returned it down to the 4-yard line. I can't kill Green Bay's defense when their longest touchdown, their only touchdown drive was for Cleveland was 4 yards. So I think the defense did.
Well, Cleveland is poorly coached as well, Jimmy. I mean, remember when they got that big opportunity and they were on the 3-yard line and they immediately took a 15-yard personal foul penalty. So then it becomes a 3rd and 12 situation, and you have a quarterback that's throwing a 4-yard pass. So then they kick a field goal. This is just poor coaching, and the skill set at the quarterback level for Cleveland is horrible. You can't keep starting this guy.
I'll take that coaching move, and I'll raise you one. What happened in Nashville on Sunday? So it's a 4th and 1 from the 39-yard line. Okay. So it's going to be a 56-yard field goal. So that's called you miss it, you give them a ball near midfield. It's like just under a minute to go. The what's the name? The coach for the Colts, Steichen, called timeout with just under a minute to go to kind of put the pressure. You punt, but you can't let it run down and do something. So we're going to force you to do something like if you miss it on 4th down try or field goal, we're going to make we're going to have time to burn you. So they come after. Colts call timeout. He calls a timeout. So after 2 consecutive timeouts, guess what they do? Delay a game penalty. So let me know the next time your team takes a delay a game penalty. By the way, so that pushed it back to 61 yards. They missed it, and the Colts got a field goal before half. A delay a game penalty in a critical spot after 2 timeouts. That's a new one on me.
Icing your own kicker, basically, and then making the wrong decision with the 61-yarder, not knowing your kicker's capacity. So, it just happens constantly at the NFL level. It happens constantly at the college level. There's suspect coaching all around. You see weird calls. It basically cost Detroit a trip to the NFC Championship a couple of years ago. So it's not out of the realm.
Oh, my friend here remembers that one well. He was losing his mind.
I was less than pleased.
He was losing his mind watching that.
I was less than pleased.
Hey, what about, speaking of losing your mind, were you working Sunday when Philadelphia blocked the field goal and returned it to cover the spread?
Of course, I was working, and the crowd went wild. But we did have a lot of Ram backs in that game, believe it or not. This is Ram country here in Las Vegas, and when they start riding high, they have a great team. That was such a shock to see Philadelphia, but cover the game. But Sirianni did some excellent coaching maneuvers after halftime. And what's funny is that I told my staff, I was looking around, and I said, what's going to happen at halftime? A.J. Brown is just going to go ballistic. And I used a different terminology, but, only targeting him twice. And this Jalen Hurts mindset that he must control and run constantly. Basically, Jalen Hurts in the first half of that game took Saquon and A.J. out of the game by just running around and doing his own thing. You knew Brown was going to be very vocal. The coaching staff was going to get in Hurts' ear. Start targeting these wide receivers, mixed in Saquon. Don't worry about your stats. You're not Kirk Cousins. And let's move the ball down the field against this Ram defense, which is tough to move against at times. But they made the adjustments. They did the right things. A.J. Brown had a stellar second half. And the Eagles are still the best team in the NFC.
So since the terminology is probably not suitable for the air, can you give us a hint? What terminology would you
Well,
use?
ape crap. I just said he's going to go, totally ape crap.
Okay.
Yeah, with the SH word, he's just going to go off Jalen Hurts. They don't have a good relationship the way it is. So I just feel that he was just going to go ballistic and, focus on Hurts and say, look, get me the ball. What are you doing these first couple of games where I'm not getting as many targets as some of these other receivers, and you're just constantly tucking and running? So, I think Brown was vocal. I think Sirianni was vocal. The coaching staff did the right thing, and Philly's the best.
Hey, you got to get there early on Sunday with the Dublin game, back to back.
Yeah, I'll be here. Yeah, actually, I'll be here like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So, definitely, yeah, I'm the man. So I got to be there. I do leave a little earlier. Probably after the second half of the 1 o'clock, 1:25 game. But yeah, I'm definitely.
So Dublin, Charlie and I did a show from the Jameson Distillery in Dublin, Ireland, on St. Patrick's Day. I forget exactly what year it was. We
13.
did a tour, a catwalk tour in the front. It was freezing. Charlie will explain just how pleasant it was. It was just a tad below Del Mar's weather conditions.
Jimmy looked like Lane Kiffin at the Sun Bowl with his hoodie all the way around his face, and we had to be strapped to the catwalk to make sure we didn't blow off. And I'm not even exaggerating a little
They
bit.
gave us these coats to put on in the basement. They were like 250 pounds. Like, where are we going? What kind of? Is this supposed to be enjoyable?
It looked like Han Solo in Empire Strikes Back on Hoth.
The stadium's six.
Yeah, on a tauntaun. There you go.
We're supposed to be impressed for 65,000 seat stadium. We got 100,000 one right down the road, bro. I mean, just give us our Guinness and let's move on. I mean,
so this is.
You got two cold weather teams though this week at least.
Yeah, one of them plays inside. That 6:30 start, Kaluch, what kind of crowd you guys get in there? I remember one year, much younger man, out way past when I should have been out, and watched a crowd at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, what is this? It was a World Cup year.
I think it's slow to get handled too, Charlie.
World Cup year. What kind of get you for an NFL game at 6:30 in the morning Vegas time?
2 minutes.
It's not bad, Charlie. I mean, we'll have about 20, 30 people. But
okay.
It's nothing like, when the 10 o'clock start. And it's nothing like World Cup. You got to take into consideration. A lot of people love soccer, even here in Las Vegas. So, you get those real early World Cup games. And you'll have a crowd here because, sometimes a team has a backing or a contingency of like 30, 40 people. And, you have to mix up the other 20. You're going to have a bigger crowd. But the NFL is starting to draw off these Europes. I think that the NFL neglects to realize the West Coast-based crowds, and I don't know how successful, other than lining the team's pockets, this really is, and the stadium revenues, whether it's in Dublin, Germany, where it is, or Mexico. I don't think it's, that enamoring for the West Coast.
Yeah.
But the East Coast guys are up, so you know how it is.
We're out of time. Colucci, follow Dwayne on Twitter at NYBookie. Dwayne, good luck this. Pull those Tigers through over in Ole Miss for us, Colucci.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go. 4-0 versus 4-0. This is going to be one of the major matchups. Go Tigers. I'll post the beautiful shirt that you sent me. I will have it on Saturday.
Yes.
And I'll definitely post it on X for you guys. Currently at the Rampart in South Point, Ole Miss 1.5, total 55.
You the man, Colucci. Good luck to you this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me on as well.
All right. Don't forget over here at Las Palmas. Las Palmas, one of 4 locations here in the greater Baton Rouge area. We're at the Gonzales location on Airline Highway, Wax Road in Central, Highland Road near I-10, Dutchtown, Oak Plaza Avenue. Kids eat free every Tuesday. Wednesday, happy hour is all day. That's half price house margaritas, frozen or on the rocks. And then also, of course, it's happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. here at Las Palmas.
Live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have.
Did you do anything different when you connected with him the third time? Because it was really good.
I don't know what's up with Colucci phone. I do nothing different. I just call them and put them on. So
Okay. I was just asking because the third time is the volume was good. There was no delay when we're so.
I don't know where is he like I don't know where is he, to be honest, doing this, because it's like it's hit or miss every other week.
All right, let me ask him if he did anything differently. But you just called the same number, right?
Yeah, I called the same
Okay.
number. Just call him and put him on. That's all I do.
Okay. Thank you.
The law offices of O.C. Brown will handle everything for you. 343-1111 or online at ocbrown.com. We want to be your law firm for a lifetime. When it comes to celebrating life, there's no better place than Ruffino's. With locations in Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Ruffino's is a steak, seafood, and Italian-inspired restaurant that focuses on the celebration of life, regardless of the occasion. Whether it's the food they serve or the service they provide, their goal is to ensure a remarkable experience for their guests that is always remembered. To view our menu, visit ruffinosrestaurant.com. Ruffino's, where Louisiana comes to celebrate life.
Now, everybody's been to Louis Cafe by campus. Heck, it's been around since over 80 years now. We're still doing delicious omelets like the Mitchell, cheesy grits, big cheesy Lou, and those Louis' original Cajun hash browns. We now offer a pickup window. Just call in your order at 346-8221. Give us 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll have it ready for you. Our hours are now 6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., 7 days a week. So next time you visit campus, make it a point to stop by and visit an old friend. Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. They're an authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummins generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
1950, Phil's Oyster Bar started on Government Street. Then Gus Piazza took over in the 70s, and now his son Anthony has taken it to another level at the current location in South Downs. It's always been a Baton Rouge landmark. Seafood, oysters, po' boys, burgers, and more, all served up in an atmosphere full of sports nostalgia and tons of TVs to catch all the games. Seafood gumbo, crawfish cheesecake, or my favorite, the meatball quesadilla to start. Check out dinner and bar specials at philsoysterbar.com. You know we bleed purple and gold at Phil's Oyster Bar in the South Downs Shopping Center.
At Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding, we encourage you to get multiple estimates for your home improvement project. We just want to be one of them, and then you'll see why we are the best choice. GEAUX, Tommys.com.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
There's more than one way to listen to ESPN Baton Rouge on the radio at 104.5 and 104.9 and 98.1 HD2. Online at 1045ESPN.com and with the free ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford.
College football talk all year long on the Chuck Oliver Show, weeknights at 6 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny. Live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
And we return here at Las Palmas, our first trip to this restaurant, but we're with the Las Palmas family of restaurants here moving forward. We're excited about that relationship.
Yeah, no doubt, man. The great folks over here at Las Palmas, so know the family. It's a family. It's a family function. They're heavily involved in the restaurant industry here in the greater Baton Rouge area. They know what they're doing. They pay attention to service. It's clean. The place over here is fine, man. I love the patio. Patio's got really nice nice decking, the furniture, the landscaping looks really good. The bar is really nice. Plenty of space, 2 big screen TVs to watch the game. Happy hours every day, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Half off margaritas, house margaritas over here. And then Wednesday, all day is happy hour. Kids eat free, very kid-friendly. over here at Las Palmas, so family friendly. It's very popular over here in the Gonzales area. So one of 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Here today we're at the Gonzales location at Airline Highway, Wax Road in Central, Highland Road near I-10, right down the street from Rufino's, and in Dutchtown and Oak Plaza Avenue.
Let's get into college football slate for the weekend. I'm going to kind of go chronologically here for a minute and start with Arkansas and Notre Dame. This is an 11 o'clock game in Fayetteville. It's Notre Dame's first ever trip to Fayetteville. And
first ever game that these two teams have played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, nice note there. And this line sliding down.
Sharp money is on Arkansas. Yeah.
All right, so Arkansas is coming off of a gut-wrenching loss.
Should have won.
Yeah,
should have won. Hold on to the ball, but they lost.
Game at Memphis.
So how much is that affecting the opening line?
You know better than me.
Well, in the summer, this line was a little over a touchdown. Well, Notre Dame dropped 2 games. Okay, so their power rating went down, and then it dropped down. But remember Will Wade came on, and it was Auburn, LSU. And he says, I know what this show's all about, and I'll just say this. Defense is optional Saturday. Defense is optional here, Charlie.
Well, they've given up so many points. I'm talking about Notre Dame.
I'm talking about both.
Yeah, they have. Notre Dame gave up 41 points to Texas A&M. Actually, their best defensive effort of the year was probably at Miami in the first week of the season. They gave up 30 to Purdue. There was, I think, a scoop and score in there in that game. But no, this is a ton of points and yards that they've given up.
How about score and defense ranked? Arkansas is ranked 117.
Okay, Notre Dame, I'm going to say, is ranked probably within 6 or 8 spots, one way or the other.
209.
209, ain't but 130
includes FCS team.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
They've been bad. And Taylor Green, okay, even with the interceptions, okay, even with the turnovers, is a guy who's capable of putting up big plays. You know.
No, both of these quarterbacks are good. Both these quarterbacks are really good.
I think C.J. Carr is going to be exciting. Yeah.
Carr went up and down the field. Purdue went up and down the field. That was. You know, I know Notre Dame barely covered, but Purdue, I mean, they rarely stopped him. Taylor Green's got a lot of starts, but he was not nearly the passer at Boise. He was an ugly passer at Boise. He was spotty last year, second year with Bobby Petrino, second year with this stop, similar to a Jaden Daniels problem. He's brilliant. And isn't the quarterback part of it on third down, how good you are?
A big part of it.
62% on third down conversion rate.
That's a ridiculous number. And
62%.
He's averaging just under 90 yards a game on the ground, in addition to what he's done through
yards
the air.
per attempt. Maeva for USC leads the country at 13, right around 13. Carr for Notre Dame was 18 and a half on Saturday. I mean, this is defense is optional in this one.
And unless there's a monsoon and there's not the weather's supposed to be perfect, 64 and a half seems like a low. I know it's a lot of points, but even for these two teams, it almost seems low.
Oh, it seems low to me. I mean, I've seen enough of the. I don't know how much you watch I think it was the same night as the A&M Notre Dame game, same night as LSU Florida. I don't know how much you watch. I mean, I was back and forth. I mean,
I watched a lot of A&M was one of my picks. I watched. I had them on side by side.
I mean, they like one play where they hit the receiver and he's kind of going there, but for a 20-yard game, they just like throw him around. They don't wrap, and he goes 60 more yards for a touchdown. Just really bad, sloppy defense. A lot of arm tackles, a lot of
sloppy special teams. They gave up the return for the touchdown. He got called back, but no, they are a sieve.
Okay, but the special teams are the defense is out there, and it's
week.
I don't care if A&M. Boy, it's Purdue. It's everybody they play. The one game where they kind of hung in there a little bit. That's the first game of the year. We talk about that. The offenses are way behind. This defense is bad, and Arkansas's defense. The interesting thing is, what kind of atmosphere? They're so hungry, so excited about Notre Dame coming to town, but their defense, their fan base, they've got boycotts about trying to not show up. And we talk about the coaches that have been launched. There's 3 of them so far. All have been launched with home performances. When they're losing to Old Dominion, Tulsa, or help me out. What was the other one there where they They launched.
Virginia Tech lost.
Old Dominion.
Yeah, Old Dominion.
Oklahoma State lost to Tulsa. And who was the other one?
UCLA. They lost.
Get drilled by New Mexico.
Yeah.
So the stadium's empty. There's nobody there watching the fourth quarter. I don't know if you're going to have this, and I got to think the fans will still be if they're in the game. Now, if it gets away from them, then that place is going to empty quick. This is not a fan base that's willing to stick with their team right now through some tough spots.
And the other
if they have them.
And of course, this is an unusual situation in that we know if Sam Pittman was launched mid-season, who would take over as head coach, and he just happens to be the most successful coach you've had there since Frank Broyles. You know, he had them up in the top.
The day he hired him, but then again, Bobby Petrino, I don't think Petrino's backstabbing him. As dirty as he. Pittman had to bring him aboard.
No, I don't.
You know
I wasn't.
No.
That wasn't my angle. My angle was the fan base has somebody that they like.
No, but I'm clarifying that too.
Yeah,
I'm clarifying that too because some people they just put that. Oh well, you know he's trying to weasel his way in there. No, I mean that's pretty raunchy to do. But the day he was hired, a year and a half ago, whatever, people connected these dots. Okay, he's going to be the guy to replaces Pittman.
There's a raunchy and Bobby Petrino joke to be made here. I won't do it. I'll move on. I can't trust Arkansas to cover this spread. I'm just going to play the over.
Taylor Green's playing at a high level, and C.J. Carr. This guy's got 40-something starts. C.J. Carr's got less than a handful, but I like what I see out of him too.
USC and Illinois matchup of ranked teams. USC is 4-0. They look like a very typical Lincoln Riley team. They score a bunch of points. They give up a bunch of points. Illinois is coming off the biggest skull dragon that I can remember a Brett Bielema team taking. Maybe a couple of those early Arkansas teams when they were in the transition, but they just got mauled last week.
Alabama didn't outrush them. In their heyday, didn't outrush them. They had a similar game, but didn't do what Indiana did them Saturday night.
So I don't know how they react to that, but SC is just under a touchdown road favorite here.
This look-ahead line was USC 1.5. It's now 6.5 or 7. I liked Illinois before. I'm looking for them to bounce back here. USC had major problems with their road conference games last year. They only won one, and that was across town, about 30 miles away to the Rose Bowl against UCLA. Lost a close one. All were close, but lost to Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, and there's one other one in there. I think Rutgers, maybe, that they lost to.
The Friday night game, maybe.
They all of these were lost. They lost leads, and I'm looking for another close game. I think Illinois and USC's got to do something before. I mean, they got to. You just can't play one side of the ball and win significantly. They can win this game, and the thing about Illinois is, I know Bielema is saying the right things, but he preaches running. He's going to run the ball, and to rush for 2 yards. To get out rushed by 310, to get out Bielema, to get beat that bad at your own game is just, I do wonder a little bit. So it's tempered my enthusiasm on Illinois, but I'll still have them.
A couple little quick hitters, and we get out of the early window. Duke is at Syracuse. Duke, a little bit misleading with some of the stats and stuff like that. But for Syracuse, coming off the big win at Clemson, and they'll have to replace Stephen Jelly as quarterback with Ricky Collins.
And Jelly did not play well against UConn. He played great against Clemson. More bad luck for Clemson, huh? If Angeli plays the level he did against UConn, that would have been a routine win for Clemson. Well, he didn't. And Collins came in and threw a touchdown, but he still was the offense was not moving the way it is. They should. We'll see with another week to prepare. But Duke Mensa, he got bruised up. Tulane they ambushed him on that return. They ambushed him. Look, he got $7 million plus for 2 years to go to Duke. I mean, you can't. His mom was basically living on food stamps out in San Luis Obispo. I mean, come on, man. This is the good part about the NIL.
Yeah.
But even to a point where they're down against NC State, 3rd and 11, they hand the ball off. Wait a minute, you didn't pay this money to Mensa for him to hand the ball off near midfield on 3rd and 11. Well, he got going in the second half. But the key game in that, the key spot, C.J. Bailey thought they was 4th and 2. There was movement. It should have been offsides. He's pressured, so he throws it away, thinking he has a free play. He throws it for an interception that they return inside the 10 with less than a minute to go. They punch it in. flipped the game over because Duke benefited from the turnover margin plus failed fourth downs +7. So Mensa's back. They'll move the ball, but also Duke might not be quite as good as we thought because the game was worse than this final score at Tulane. That was some garbage yards and points to kind of make it more respectable late down at Tulane.
Another local product who's starting, but these guys have been starting for a long time, Eli Holstein and Pitt. They are at home against Louisville. Holstein had 2 terrific games to open the season and then had a rough outing in the backyard brawl against West Virginia. The Mountaineers pull the upset there. Louisville goes in here 3-0.
Not the same team, the West Virginia team that I saw get outgained by 179 to Ohio or get housed last week at Kansas. I mean, it's a rivalry on the road. They play way above their head. So I'm not going to kill them. I'm willing to throw that one away. Miller Moss, the USC transfer, who LSU went against in Las Vegas last year, he's quarterbacking and off to a blasé type of start. They've played nobody, and so this is their first road game. But it's that West Virginia loss that has this number where, because I would have thought that Pittsburgh would have been a slight favorite or a pick 'em. Catching 4 at home, I like Pitt in this one to win outright.
We are here at Las Palmas in Prairieville, but we got a pretty exciting thing going on. You've heard us talk about the Thibodeau store and the Pierre Part store. So the Pierre Part store has been open for 114 years, serving the Pierre Part community. They opened the Thibodeau store several years ago. Well, now they are expanding the brand some more. Let me tell you something. This family, this group knows something about servicing families down the bayou and in that part of the state. And I grew up not terribly far from there. Now opening the Lockport store and the LaRose store to expand into those communities. Listen, a lot of similarities down there. You've been, we both been to both of the stores, and I'm sure we'll be making our trips as soon as they open. But that is coming up here
September 26th.
September 26th, tomorrow. They'll be opening the LaRose store and the Lockport store. So take a look, man, and all of the things that we have told you about at the Thibodeau store and the Pierre Part store, they're expanding the business now.
Pierre Part store for 100 years. Okay, then they have the Thibodeau store, the last year or two?
5 or 6.
About 5 or 6.
About 5.
Now the LaRose and Lockport store as well.
Yeah.
I mean, where's the Franklin store coming? They coming there soon?
They need one.
The Gretna store?
We can get into those for sure.
Sir Charles William III?
Yes, that's it. They know me down in Franklin.
Man, it's awesome, though, man. It is independent. It is an old-time feel to it, but it's a first-rate operation. So you get the best of both worlds, man. You ever been in a Pierre Part store? Get everything from your produce to ice chest, the beer and the ice, and in a triple burner that I can use on site at the tailgating. So everything you can imagine, but also the knowledge, the friendliness. They check as soon as you come in. Hey, how you doing? Can we help you with anything? Hey, boom, you need this? Let me get so-and-so to help you. A well-oiled machine that these guys run, man. And listen, cooking at tailgating, cooking at your back door, your outdoor grill at home, any type of on-site cooking, it is a must for you outdoor cooks like myself. Get down to the Thibodeau store, the Pierre Part store, the Lockport store, the LaRose store.
And online.
Get down to the store.
And online, thethibodeaustore.com. Live at lunch from Las Palmas, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
With all of the financial headlines, are you worried if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by your local Edward Jones advisor. Tex Morris on Jefferson. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
We're here to examine things that get better with age, like this bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild, vintage 1877. Age can make things more valuable, like this Picasso from his blue period, 1904. And treasured, like this Roto-Rooter jingle, 1954.
Roto-Rooter jingle?
Just listen to it.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
The timeless melody.
Roto-Rooter?
The lithe arrangement.
But it's a clog-busting company.
Wrong there. Roto-Rooter has grown into more than a clog-busting company. They're North America's largest full-service plumber and drain cleaner. And when you need Roto-Rooter, remembering this jingle can be priceless.
Roto-Rooter.
For all of your plumbing and drainage solutions, call Roto-Rooter in Baton Rouge at 925-8710. That's 925-8710.
This is Charles Hanniger for Coastal Capital Advisors, your full-service financial planners. When it comes to retirement, there are no two situations alike. So Coastal Capital Advisors will work with you, your business partners, your legal team, and tax professionals to make sure those goals are achieved. Coastal Capital Advisors will work for you. I know, because they work for me. For more information, contact Philip Fontenot and his great staff at 337-981-1376 or online at coastalcapitaladv.com. Advisory services provided by New Age Advisors, LLC, doing business as Coastal Capital Advisors as a registered investment advisor. Securities offered through New Edge Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
At Town Square Pizza, we take pride in serving Baton Rouge with fresh, delicious, piping hot, personalized pizza with unmatched speed. Whether you're a downtown worker, a family looking for convenience and value, or an out-of-towner staying at one of the nearby hotels, Town Square Pizza is the spot for you. Try a specialty pizza like the Spanish Town Supreme or custom build your own. Family packs, kids' meals, and salads are available as well. It's hip to be square at Town Square Pizza, downtown facing. What else? Town Square.
Louisiana, you've got a new home for coverage of LSU, the New Orleans Saints, and the Southeastern Conference. LouisianaSports.net. LouisianaSports.net. Feature stories, opinion columns, recruiting updates, in-game reports. And it's all free. No paywalls, no annoying pop-up ads, no recurring subscriptions. Just the content you crave. From the folks that bring you 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, it's LouisianaSports.net.
ALS is a progressive and neurodegenerative disease, and we need your help to find a cure. The mission of the ALS Association, Louisiana, Mississippi chapter, is to discover treatments and a cure for ALS, and to serve, advocate for, and empower people affected by ALS to live their lives to the fullest. Whether you are newly diagnosed, a military veteran, a caregiver, or someone looking to learn more about how to navigate living with ALS, they can help. Visit als.org to learn more. That's als.org.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Let's know it's 27.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny. Live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
And return here at Las Palmas. Matt Euman's with us at the bottom of the hour. We'll get his picks for the upcoming weekend. As we continue to roll with our college football previews and notes, Auburn and Texas A&M, the 2:30 game on ESPN. The Aggies are just under a touchdown favorite in this one. Auburn, it's been a rough week at Auburn all the way around, but having to deal with how they lost at Oklahoma last week, I'm sure, has been particularly tough. Now they got to go back-to-back on the road. They're at A&M. A&M got the big win against Notre Dame, and then they got, a little chance to look at this. Yeah, but we're right before that. So now
I think these are two even teams. Now, I'll give the quarterback edge to Texas A&M. I'll give the defensive edge to Auburn. But these two 50-50 games, Auburn could have won that game. I mean, and we think pretty highly of Oklahoma with Mateer, right? They go up there and they played with them. I mean, you get a scoop and score call back on a tough call. You get an illegal play allowed for a touchdown on a defensive game, and 13 more penalties. Now, 13 penalties, you can't finger point to that. That's mostly you, but that's a lot for a game that was that competitive. Jackson Arnold missed some open guys, especially downfield, because he doesn't put air under the ball. Marcel Reed puts a lot of air under the ball. He's really, you want to talk about a real contrast in styles. Both can run. We know that. Are they going to speed Jackson Arnold up a little bit? Charlie, I think these two teams are very, very even. I think the line is inflated because A&M pulled their 50-50 game out and Auburn did not.
And that's fair. A&M averages 3 sacks a game, okay, through 3 games, so a small sample size. Auburn gave up 9 last week. What kind of pass rush are you going to be able to get after them? That's one of the ones I'll be watching, because if you get your quarterback sacked 9 times, this is all you do in practice. When the offensive line has a game like that, if you don't get that fixed,
We
you're gonna
talked
be
about
screwed.
it, so I leaned on Jeff G. I leaned on Tex, and I asked him there and everybody agrees he's holding on to the ball too long. He's not the only reason, okay? That's not it, but he's just unsettled back there, and he doesn't have a ton of starts, and he's jumped around. He started a bowl game one year, then he started a handful of games, a year or two ago, and was it last year or the year? I think it was last year. Then he started a little less than so it's just been this choppy. There's no continuity with him to grow, and so maybe it's like he's just a first-time starter. Maybe it's like his first 3 or 4 starts that you see this sometimes. But I see a lot of Jaden Daniels' first year at LSU. I mean, can really run, but very uncommitted to the pocket and just held on to the ball way too long. And the one thing is, and the other the commonality, he doesn't throw interceptions. Jaden Daniels didn't throw interceptions, but they're being too protective of it. They got to let it go at some point.
Ohio State goes on the road. This is a 2:30 game. They're on the road for the first time this year. They're at Husky Stadium in Seattle to face a 3-0 Washington team. Washington a little bit over a touchdown underdog here. And for Julian Sayin, who was, I thought he was not bad given the circumstances and all of the pressure on him in the first game against Texas, and then they've had 2 layup wins there. But this is his first road start, Jimmy, and this is a popular angle for us.
First
freshmen,
true road start in a hostile environment.
Yeah.
So I'm and how's it done this year? It's done well again this year. So I'll be on Washington here. They only had 200 yards in that first, and we talk about it, putting 2 real good teams, 2 good defenses. I think those 2 defenses, Ohio State, Texas, and LSU, might be the best in college football this year. Williams, Damon Williams, and Sayin both have top 5 passer ratings in the country. So Sayin, after a very pedestrian start against some weak competition, but his numbers are very good. We got to be careful with those stats,
especially the Grambling game.
No, thank you. But Williams, this is not his first year starting, and he's really good. And keep in mind, their roster was real. It was last minute that Fish got over there from Arizona, so his roster's way better. So this is a very, very tricky game for Ohio State going. Last time they went to the Pacific Northwest, they got beat against Oregon last year.
Washington. This is one of those schedules that when you look at it in the summer on paper, you think, okay, that's reasonable. And then 3 weeks into the season, it looks like garbage. Colorado State, who's usually not awful, is not very good this year. Washington State, who was, I realize what they lost, but was a reasonable program last year. They're awful.
No,
so
the Pac-2 is bad.
Be a very, very big Oregon State and Washington State.
It's
I
a
talk about
shame.
just falling off so bad. No, it is.
We
it is
kind
a
of
shame.
thought it would happen, and it has.
Yeah, it took maybe an extra year, but yes, it's been bad. Indiana coming off the big win against Illinois. This is a 2:30 game on Peacock, your favorite. They're going to Iowa, and the Hawkeyes are a little over a touchdown underdog, and that's
8 this morning at Bet Rivers.
8, yeah, and that's significant because I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of my picks tomorrow, is Iowa plus the points. You got to really look hard in the last 6 years to find games that they've lost at home by more than that. It's a couple against Michigan, the Michigan National Championship team, but even against some really good competition, man, they will slow you down. They will put the game in the mud. Everything's going to be hard. Indiana coming off the big win. I can see the Hoosiers winning this thing close. If they go in there and blow Iowa out, you can beat Iowa, but blowing Iowa, you're beating Iowa by more than a touchdown. That's a chore. That's a haul.
You think it's a big win for Indiana? I mean, it happens all the time where they blow out top 10 teams by 53 at prime time on network TV. All the time, huh?
Did they rush the field? I didn't see the end.
I don't know, but this doesn't happen.
No.
So
That's why I was asking.
Emotional angles in college football. How are they going? You think they left a little emotion on the field? Because Charlie, when they were up at half, okay, they're up at half, right? 35 to 10, 35-3.
Yeah.
Okay, what do they do in the second half? They outscored 28-0. I mean, it's stomp on their throat. You can't have A+ intensity, focus, physical, emotion, and have a full tank the next week and give over a touchdown against a team that's the grass is going to grow higher. They're going to stick it in the mud.
Yes.
I mean, in a program that wins 9 games every year.
They are.
You know, I heard this on a podcast earlier this morning.
Hard out, yeah.
Are you plagiarizing?
No.
No?
Am
I plagiarizing you?
I try to listen to your podcast after we've done the show, so I'm not influenced. One more, and then, of course, we're going to spend so much time tomorrow talking about the big games between Oregon and Penn State and Alabama and Georgia. I wanted to get to – these are some of the earlier games. I wanted to get to Tennessee and Mississippi State before we wrap up
Mississippi State 4-0 against the spread.
Yeah, and they're a little bit better than it. It's 7.5. We got a lot of 6.5, 7.5 spreads this week. Tennessee going in there. Tennessee got to be kicking themselves basically for that loss to Georgia. They rebounded with a win against UAB.
Should be a lot of points too. And we talked about this. This is not Aguilar's first road start.
No.
He had some at App State, but this is the toughest environment. I love that those cowbells have been banned. You know, there's never any in the stadium. So, but let State have something. You know, but. Aguilar, this is a high-powered offense for Tennessee, and Shapen's having a very nice year. He's healthy this year. This is a guy that did win the outstanding the offensive MVP for the Big 12 championship game win against Oklahoma State when ran in and won it at Baylor. And they are better. They are. That's why they're 4-0 ATS, because they're exceeding expectations. Everybody had them power rated last in the league coming in this year. They're not the worst team in the league this year. So they're clearly better than Kentucky and maybe a few more. We'll have to see, though. This is a big test. Should be a lot of points, should be a lot of yards. Tricky start, too. After the 2:30 window, they start 45 minutes later. So on SEC Network, really, it's a good game. Good game.
Yeah, and it's a stay-away spot for me as far as wagering.
Me too.
Because I don't know exactly. I would say Tennessee, but I thought Arizona State was going to go in there and win, and Mississippi State ended up beating them in what was a kind of an unusual game as far as the scoring runs and stuff like that. They fell behind. They came all the way back.
I want to see.
Yeah, I want to watch.
I won't be shocked if Mississippi State, competes with them, goes toe-to-toe with them. I won't be shocked if Tennessee wins by 2 touchdowns. Don't forget our friends at Relief Windows and ReliefWindows.com. Windows, doors, siding, and shutters. And how about the doors that we have over at the Relief Windows? Exterior doors, French doors, sliding glass doors, all of our doors over at Relief Windows. You can take a look at them at ReliefWindows.com. Our selection of replacement doors are all created using the highest quality materials available and designed to provide secure and durable barriers between outside of and inside of your home. They look good. They last. They don't, with the weather, kind of expand where it's hard to open the door and close it, shut it, leave spaces, things like that. They come in a variety of materials, each with its own unique advantages. Check out all of our stuff at ReliefWindows.com or give us a call for a consultation for a rep to come out to your home at 288-8138. We're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday at Relief Windows.
Live at Las Palmas in Prairieville, live at lunch. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Go Automotive has a great selection of new cars. Chevy, GMC, Hummer, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You rather a pre-owned vehicle? Using our resources will help find you any vehicle that you're looking for. Our service department offers VIP service. You never have to come to the dealership. We'll pick up the vehicle at your home or office, drop off a loaner, service the vehicle, and return it when it's done. Mention my name, Jimmy Ott, for VIP pricing. The Chevy Tahoe I drive came from Go Automotive. That's Go Automotive in LaPlace and Plaquemine. If you're near the north side of campus, I need to remind you about a couple of longtime favorites. Highland Coffee's the original specialty coffee shop in Baton Rouge since the 1980s. My personal favorite, love getting my cappuccino from their
friendly, knowledgeable staff, roasted right in the shop. Louis Cafe for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. The Mitchell omelet, Cajun hash browns, Big Cheesy Lou, all served up in that famous open kitchen atmosphere. In Tigertown since 1941. A couple of great spots, Highland Coffees and Louis Cafe, just outside the north gates of LSU.
This is Charles Hanniger for Total Maintenance. For AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more, Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummins generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs, in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total Maintenance.
Get the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge mobile app powered by Bayou Ford and tap the microphone icon to send us your thoughts in an audio message. Your message could be played on air. Find our app in the Apple or Google Play Store. For direct links, visit 1045ESPN.com. Tigers, Saints, Southeastern Conference, all in one place. LouisianaSports.net. No paywalls, no article limits. It's just the coverage the Louisiana sports fans want. Bookmark it today. LouisianaSports.net.
Get Moss Max and less text during happy hour at Modesto. Join us Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. for $10 20-ounce margaritas and Dip Trio with $5 drink specials and $6 seasonal cocktails. Eat Modesto, 3930 Burbank Drive.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up its new half-off happy hour, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy 50% off margarita, pepperoni, more cheese, craft cocktails, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Roca Pizzeria, 3897 Government.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snows Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snows has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, gumbo, homemade soup, salads, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snows Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales. By now you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with the sriracha glaze for the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. You can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
Click through the static and listen to 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge in high definition. Simply tune to 98.1 and select HD2. All college football, all year long. The Chuck Oliver Show, weeknights at 6 on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny, live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
Let's go out to Matt Humans at Veasan in Las Vegas. Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Getting ready for one of the best college football Saturdays of the season and trying to get over the Rams plus 3.5 loser from last week.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but.
Yes, he was, Matt. He was talking about all during the break. He said, you know what said the Rams? We're going to hear about this. I had the Rams, too. You're in good company.
It's up there. Music City. Here's the 2 wedding story for you. One wedding, I got sunk on Duhon's half-court shot to get backdoored against UConn on the Final Four. In a honeymoon, I got music miracled. I had the Bills in the Music City Miracle, huh? I was just born to stay married, huh,
Should
Matt?
have done like me, get married in July.
Yeah, that's a tough combination right there. Holy smokes! But, that was also the weekend you got married. Is that what you said? The marriage and the honeymoon. I mean, that's 4 bad beats.
No.
That's well played.
There you go. There you go. You're welcome to share your marriage and engagement or your honeymoon's bad beats whenever you want as well. So, but as bad as it gets, man, as bad as it gets, there's no doubt where were you watching it, and what kind of reaction were you in a sports book and had kind of crazy reaction like we did?
Yeah, I mean, I know many people who were on the Rams. So, like you said, misery loves company. But I was over at the Westgate Superbook, and I was not shocked that the field goal got blocked because one got blocked earlier in the game. But the thing is, when the holder was about to fall on the ball, he got drilled by another Eagles player for no apparent reason because it's dead ball and the game's over. Eagles win, as you know, if somebody recovers it. Gets drilled, ball pops up. Jordan Davis, 400-pounder, ran 60 yards for a touchdown. Nobody can catch him, and that's the worst part of the whole thing. But, it was chaos in the sports book, and a lot of people going crazy because you had a lot of squares who laid the points with Philadelphia. And I just walked right out, got my truck, and drove off. I decided not to break anything or punch anything, and that's it. Yeah.
Or throw beer cans out in the street in San Diego, Yeah. you know his new nickname, huh? I give him a new nickname. Tell me if you're good with nicknames, huh? Meltdown Macero. I mean, he will grind on some games, boy.
And he'll tweet about him constantly. If your listeners really want to be entertained, follow Real Gage on Twitter, GADGE. And this guy is a psycho tweeter on a nightly basis. I call him the Madman, the Boston Strangler. We've got all sorts of nicknames for the guy.
Before we move on to some of these great college games, and you're right, it is loaded this weekend. It's going to be great. Your best NFL pick this week?
I'm coming back with the Rams. I'm laying. If you could lay 3 minus 120, that's great. If not, lay 3.5. I think the Rams are going to be focused on closing the deal this week against the Colts, and you got to focus also on what the Rams did well last week. Hey, they were up 26-7 on the Eagles in Philadelphia, and I think showing that they're right there again in the discussion to be the best team in the NFC this season. Also, believe it's going to be a reality check for Indiana Jones and the Colts. Daniel Jones, I've always felt is a better quarterback than most people give him credit for, but he's not as good as he's looked so far. And don't forget, the Colts have faced the Dolphins and the Titans, two of the worst teams in the NFL, and also they were gifted a win over the Broncos by the officiating crew. But taking a trip to the West Coast here, I think it's going to be a reality check for the Colts, and the Rams get back on track.
Yeah, I like them too. So a couple of squares. Me and Randy McCabe were actually on the Eagles last week. Small bet, but it's crazy that one. And it much the best though. Did you think they kind of sat on the lead a little bit?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why I said I think they're going to be more focused on closing it out this week. And Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford had to have talked about that. You're up 26-7. You had plenty of chances there. You get one more score, the game's over. And but it happens a lot. You watch a lot of football games and teams sit on leads. Hey, the Ravens sat on a 15-point lead against the Bills in Week 1.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for them. So you sit on a lead, you end up losing.
I got a comp for you for Mr. Chambliss, who we'll see on Saturday, and this was no secret. He was going to start, and he's the better quarterback, and it's by far. I got a comp for you, though. He reminds me different of a left-handed guy, not terribly big, not super arm strength, but mobile and puts a lot of air under his ball. This quarterback played in the playoff last year, if you want to, and threw from a different side, so that should tip it off. But he's got a lot of Dylan Gabriel in him. Now, certainly a different path, but really, and I'm talking because Gabriel ran the ball pretty good for Oregon last year, and this guy can run too, but what separates him and Simmons is the passing ability. LSU can't run. Ole Miss can't stop the run. Ole Miss is very good on offense. LSU is very good on defense. Who you like in Ole Miss LSU on Saturday?
I like Ole Miss. I bet Ole Miss had picked him at Circa a couple days ago. And I think that a lot of people expected when Austin Simmons went out, it was going to be a big drop-off quarterback for Ole Miss. And like you said, that's not the case. I've looked at the history of this series. The home team usually gets the best of it. And also, I know Brian Kelly was prickly with the reporters when they asked about the offense after the third game of the season. But those were fair questions. The LSU offense through 3 games, Garrett Nussmeier had 3 TD passes. Was averaging 20 points a game. Obviously inflated some of those numbers, padded some of those stats with that big win last week. The running attack's also been subpar for LSU. The defense has been what's so impressive. And now you look back at some of those wins. The Clemson win, not quite as impressive as we thought at the time. The Florida cover, a little bit of fluke. DJ Lagway throws 5 picks and still got a chance to get in the back door late. I'm not taking a lot away from LSU. I still think this is a team that's got a great shot to be a playoff team and do something if the offense improves. But I give Ole Miss slight edge, and I like the way Chambliss has played since he stepped in. So I'm going to go with the Ole Miss pick and take my chances on that one.
He's better. He is a better player. There's no doubt about that. And so
you say he's a better player, and I think I've seen signs of that too. How did Lane Kiffin not know that?
Simmons came in the first in the Georgia game last year. They go 3 and out. Dart, the opening series of the game. Dart throws an interception. Georgia punches it in on 4th down. He's hurt. Simmons goes right down the field, 75 yards. Made a throw on the 3rd down to convert, and I think ran it. So right there, I mean, you can't have a bigger stage, a more quality opposing defense, and do it. So, I mean, it's a short sample size, but he did it, and this kid's lighting up for Ferris State. So,
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in practice that when you know you can't get hit that's going to trump what this guy did in the game. So he was going to have the chance, but good thing he got hurt because they say you can't lose your job to an injury. Well, your backup, if you outplay the guy that got injured, you can win a job, with performance, and that's what's happened. So
the other thing is, Matt, that they kind of stumbled onto this guy. This is not somebody that they were scouting for a long period of time. The story is that one of their assistant coaches was going through guys' profiles on Twitter and found this guy. So this is not somebody that they were married to for a long time.
Kiffin's a really good play designer, okay? And the things that he does is a couple of things. He likes to get his backs or some of the underneath stuff moving vertically on the move. And Simmons is he's all fastballs. A little too hot. This kid has better touch and accuracy to allow the receiver to get more yards after the catch. And then, setting up these plays because he's going to run the ball a little bit, and then his receivers do a really good job of fake block it and releasing, and they get open. Simmons throws the ball on the line like Jackson Arnold does for Auburn, and he misses him. This guy puts air under the ball on a deep ball. So 2 different kind of important throws in Kiffin's system. Look, we wish he was playing Simmons. Trust me, we wish he was playing Simmons on Saturday, but that's not the case. And, the home team wins these games, right, you say, historically? I know the better team didn't win on the road last year. Ole Miss had a better roster last year. They didn't win at Tiger Stadium. I think LSU has the better roster. We'll see on Saturday. But in 1959, Johnny Vaught, this was supposed to be a home game for LSU. Billy Cannon ran the kickoff back 89 yards for a touchdown. Guy by the name of Al Lott was on the sideline. He sold his player tickets. You know what he did with his player tickets for the 59 game? Bought my grandmother her first washer and dryer. A little history lesson. So it's a little. There's some history in the home game. He sold the game as originally scheduled for a home game for Ole Miss. He could make more money moving it to Tiger Stadium, cost him a national championship. So anyway, history. Who else we got in college football?
Wow, that 1959 game actually was a part of my handicap too. I just forgot to mention it.
First time they're undefeated, untied since 1959.
LSU -3 in the game? No?
Yeah.
Ole Miss was the favorite. Ole Miss was.
Tiger State. Okay.
Oh yes, indeed.
All right.
Oh yes, indeed. They were the better team in that one. Yes, I didn't have a action on it though, Charlie.
Me neither.
Matt, who you got, buddy?
Well, on the college card, I'll just work from the top as I'm going down the screen. How about San Diego State laying 2.5 at Northern Illinois? I'm going to play the home dog in that game. I was on Cal. I was on San Diego State against Cal last week, and that was a situation, one of those classic handicaps where Cal just won as a home dog. He was going on the road as a 2-touchdown favorite, and I thought that line was ridiculous. And obviously, San Diego State came through. 34-0 as a home dog. Now going on the road to DeKalb, Illinois, and laying points against Northern Illinois team that we know is feisty as an underdog. I'm playing the Huskies here, plus 2.5. I don't think there's any threes out there anyway, so you got to take the 2.5. Haven't bet this yet, but Circa's got an 8 up here on the Indiana-Iowa game.
Yeah.
And this looks like one of those spots where I know Indiana's a tough team to bet against right now. But I also don't think the Hoosiers are as great as they looked in that 63-10 win last week. And not too many times you're going to get Iowa as an 8-point home dog against a team other than Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State. So I take my chances with the Hawkeyes catching 8. Also, I played Air Force. I bet this 4.5 early in the week, but still played at 6.5 now. Hawaii's playing for the 6th week in a row. Quarterback Mike Alejado played probably the worst game of his life last week. He's not the same since a foot and ankle injury. Hawaii offensive line's not playing well. Gets 0 rushing TDs through 5 games. And Air Force put in a new quarterback last week, Liam Zarka. Ran up 514 yards, 37 points, 36 minutes time of possession against Boise. I like Air Force laying 6.5 against a Hawaii team playing for the 6th week in a row and taking a tough trip to Colorado Springs. Over 53.5, probably worth a look in that game too, because both defenses are pretty weak. I played Stanford, but again, this number opened 1, and now it's up to 3, and I see 3.5 at a couple places, including FanDuel. So you got to lay 2.5 or less on Stanford. So we'll throw that one out at this point. Too late. Like I said, Ole Miss. I played a pick. I think I'm going to play Illinois this week as a 6.5-point home dog. I know the Illini have got some injury issues, but again, this is a really Lincoln Riley was complaining about the early start time after kicking off at 8 p.m. last week. He's got to kick off at 9 a.m. Pacific time this week. I like usually to bet a good team off a really bad loss, and that was probably the worst loss of Brett Bielema's coaching career. So let's go Fighting Illini plus 6.5. I'm waiting for a 7. I don't see it yet. If the 7 pops up, that'd be a better bet for me. Also probably going to play Oregon plus 3.5 at Penn State. Not sold on that yet. I did lay Georgia minus 2.5 against Alabama at Circa early in the week. I thought 2.5 was a bargain price on the Bulldogs. I'm sure you guys got an opinion on that game. And here's a live dog of the week, which could be the biggest upset of the week. I'm taking the Washington Huskies plus 8.5 against Ohio State. You got a freshman quarterback, Julian Sand, making his first career start on the road.
There we go.
A Washington team that's top 5 in scoring offense, very underrated. I think the Huskies are live dogs in Seattle.
We use that. We've been using that angle for a long time. We're on it again. It's been very successful again this week. As far as we almost out of time. Iowa plus 8. That makes 3 of us going with that. Although Wes Reynolds says that Indiana football always beats a top 10 team by 53 and outrushes them by 310 on primetime network television. So anyway, yeah, the little emotion left in the field in Bloomington, and I'm on Illinois to bounce back as well. Great stuff, Matt. We appreciate it. We're out of time. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, you bet. Thanks.
All right. Don't forget to hear at Las Palmas. Live at lunch at Las Palmas. We'll be at a different Las Palmas once a month. You've heard the spots over here. You come on by. Make sure you tell them that you heard it right here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. We're at the Gonzales location here on Airline. Of course, Wax Road in Central, Highland Road near I-10, Dutchtown on Oak Plaza Avenue. Kids eat free every Tuesday, and happy hour is all day on Wednesday, featuring half off of house margaritas.
Live at lunch, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live at lunch.
Caesars Sportsbook is the only sportsbook app with Caesars Rewards. Bet on gridiron action and earn perks on every game.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. It's rolling.
Log of the Week Friday, presented by Tex Morris at Edward Jones Investments, rolls from Rafino's at 10 a.m. on Friday. Richard Dixon and I started off talking LSU and Ole Miss, and then we got lots of picks for the weekend. Live at lunch from Rafino's, 10 a.m. Friday on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
AC and heating, generators, electricity, plumbing, and more. Total Maintenance is your one-stop sales and service shop for all these needs. One of South Louisiana's oldest and largest AC and heating companies. Since 1980, their slogan has been service today, every day, so no one ever has to go to sleep hot. An authorized dealer for Carrier, American Standard, Daikin, and Rheem AC units, for Generac and Cummings generators as well. And now, for all of your electrical and plumbing needs in Baton Rouge, call 480-1000. In New Orleans, 841-3300. Service today, every day. Total maintenance.
Get Moss Max and less text during happy hour at Modesto. Join us Tuesday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. for $10 20-ounce margaritas and dip trio with $5 drink specials and $6 seasonal cocktails. Eat Modesto, 3930 Burbank Drive.
Pizza that's true to its hand-tossed wood-fried tradition. Roca Pizzeria is heating up its new half-off happy hour, Monday through Fridays, 3 to 6 p.m. Come enjoy 50% off margarita, pepperoni, or cheese, craft cocktails, wine by the glass, and draft beer. Roca Pizzeria, 3897 Government.
Congratulations are in order for one of my favorite places to eat, Snows Seafood and Steaks, celebrating its 50th anniversary. That's right, since 1971, Snows has been serving a wide assortment of menu items to please everyone. Steaks, seafood, gumbo, homemade soups, salads, specialty cocktails, great wine selection, and oh yes, the best white chocolate bread pudding that you'll find anywhere. It's the total dining experience. Happy 50th anniversary to my friends at Snows Seafood and Steak, Airline Highway at Highway 74 in Gonzales. By now you know that we do our show every other Tuesday at the Crown Town Room at Dozy Place. The Crown Town Room is ideal for larger groups, or if you just want to watch the game on one of our 3 large TVs. The tamales are the most popular appetizer, but don't forget the seared tuna with the sriracha glaze. For the perfect blend of sweet and spicy, you can't go wrong also with the flash fried oysters or the shrimp. The porterhouse is the perfect steak to share. Strip on one side, filet on the other, prepared at different temps if you like, bone in to maximize flavor. Dozy Place on Government Street, just off Acadian in the heart of Mid-City.
Since the 1930s, Supreme Rice has delighted their customers for all of your favorite South Louisiana dishes. Whether you like the brown, long grain, medium grain, jasmine, or the new parboiled rice, Supreme Rice makes your favorite dishes even better. They even have a healthy low glycemic rice, a great option for diabetics and those who have high insulin resistance. Supreme Rice is proud to be part of the Climate Smart program, which promotes water conservation and reduces methane emissions so future generations of Louisiana farmers can enjoy the same benefits. For more information and great recipes, find them online at supremerice.com.
You've heard me talk about Workbox services and how they can handle all of your movable storage needs for both commercial and residential. With our shipping containers of all sizes, customized in any way that you need or desire. Now Martin Padial has expanded his coverage outside the Baton Rouge area. Workbox can now service the Gulf Coast and New Orleans areas all the way to Lake Charles. Our staff at Workbox continues to grow with Hannah, Martin Jr., Brandy, and Chris. Do like I did when I needed a movable storage unit. Call Workbox at 343-4886 or workboxllc.com. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road since 1988. A hometown favorite for tailgating and watching LSU games in a casual atmosphere with the friendliest service. We're now bowling crabs at Sammy's every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday starting at 5 p.m. and on Friday, Saturday, Sunday starting at noon. Sammy serves a wide mix of authentic Louisiana food prepared to order with the best ingredients available. Fresh Louisiana seafood, Cajun favorites, burgers, and po' boys, all built from scratch. Our kids' menu and popular appetizers are sure to please the pickiest of eaters. Sammy's Grill on Highland Road near Starring since 1988.
Live at lunch with Ott and Hanny, live from Las Palmas Mexican Grill on Airline Highway in Gonzales.
You getting up early tomorrow? Earlier?
What time they start the coverage on Ryder Cup?
6 a.m. from Bethpage Black.
I'll put it on.
Yeah, 11-hour broadcast tomorrow on USA from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, no, I think it's cool.
And so we'll get. Would they start that early Saturday and Sunday too?
They start that early on Saturday, and on Sunday the singles matches don't start until 11. So, yeah, you're going to get early golf tomorrow and Saturday.
Well, that's one advantage of at least having it on the East Coast. I like it. I like when it's in Europe, so I can watch all of it and it doesn't interfere with any of the football. So, it'll be interesting to see how the different sports books, how they incorporate it or not, and with different ones around.
Well,
I mean, it's getting a lot of natural, but like we're in a part of the country where college football is way more popular. So, I'm wondering if it's going to be on like at Circa, out there. And I think some of the Las Vegas ones on Saturday. Sunday it'll be, I guess, Sunday too.
And Sunday the football's going to be on at 8:30.
You have less games.
The NFL is going to start at 8:30 our time on Sunday because of the Ireland. So you're going to if you want to go watch the football game.
How many games do you have at noon?
Oh, all but 6, so 10, I think.
Well, you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
8.
So you got you'll have 8.
Yeah, something like that. no shortage of things. Tomorrow we get going at 10 a.m. from Rufino's. Hope that you are with us then. Thanks our friends here at Las Palmas for being our host. For Jimmy and Jordan, I'm Charles Hanniger saying thank you and good afternoon. And stay tuned for Hunt Palmer on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Louisiana's big weather can mean big damage to your roof. Our team offers free inspections and guarantees your satisfaction.